Hey everybody, it's Casey Williams. It's been a rough few weeks in politics, but hopefully that can help us all heal a little bit, no matter which side of the divide you're on. So the vehicle we have this week is a Texas-sized truck with California sensibilities. It's a 2025 Chevy Silverado EV RST. Let's give a look at it. Putting Rivian and Tesla aside for just a second, the electric truck market is really starting to brew between the Ford Lightning, the new Ram, and the Chevy Silverado EV. And while the Ram and the Ford seem to take a little more of a conservative approach to it, Chevrolet is going full electric and really owning what it is. But it has just a little bit of heritage baked into it. And you'll see that as we walk around the side of it. But looking at the front of it, you know it's a Chevrolet. You know it's an RST with all the black grill work. But it looks really mean, looks really sleek and very cool. It's also a very big truck. I mean, you see how high it is. LED headlamps down below and the driving lamps up above. Very nice job and very aerodynamic to help extend range. Come around the side of it. I mean, to get proportions of this truck, those are 24-inch wheels. They're absolutely huge, but it's a big, tall, freaking truck too. And when you really look at the full side profile, yeah, it's sleek, yeah, it looks modern, it looks like an EV, but you also see a lot of Chevy Avalanche in it too. And that was really intentional. And some of the features on this will take us back to the Avalanche, and we'll show them to you in a minute. But I really do like the design. I like the fact there's a proper step bar. I don't need all the power of steps and stuff that get broken when you try to drive the truck. I think it's very nice. Big, huge, wide doors, easy to get in and out. And of course, the Avalanche back here with the rear. Coming on around the back, the tonneau cover. Again, we'll take this apart in just a second. But a lot of the details, again, connecting it to the Chevy Blazer EV, the new Equinox EV, and other General Motors electric vehicles. But again, I think it looks really tough, looks really mean, but looks really sleek too. And it's not afraid to be an electric vehicle. Come on around. Trailer hitch down below. You can tow up to 10,000 pounds with it, so it is a serious truck. Obviously, it's going to diminish your range, but you can tow. Already pre-wired for your towing there and set up to go. So there's a lot happening in the back of the Silverado EV. So let's start with the tailgate. You can put it all the way down as a regular tailgate. There's also another button for the multi-flex function. So bring that down, quick clip, step, easy to get into the bed. So I think that's really cool. Again, I think it's a little dramatic, maybe not quite necessary, but it works out all right. And certainly makes getting in easier. Tonneau cover, easy latches there to pull it. You can roll it straight back. Easy to get into the bed. Also the spray and bed liner. You get LED lights in there to light it up at night. And then if you come over here and look on the side, pretty much a full array of every single electrical connection you can imagine. Bring your power tools, bring a small refrigerator if you want, if you're going camping, just regular appliances, saws, whatever. You can plug in and you're set to go. Well, those of us who remember driving the old Chevy Avalanche, remember its distinguishing feature is its foldable midgate. So it basically allows you to take the wall in the back of the cab, fold it into the vehicle, and then you can load pretty much from the back of the front seats to the tailgate. So you can get some pretty big stuff in there. But as you can also see, with the gate up, lots of passenger space. I mean, I can almost stretch straight out with my legs. Got heated seats back here, got our own vents, USBs down below, power outlet as well. So everything you need. But let me show you the gate. It's a little bit cumbersome, but it's not terrible. So I already deployed that one just so you can see what it looks like down. One lever here, one cord, pull those up, another one here. And these headrests, simple buttons, just pop right over, down. So that's done. So you could store some stuff back here if you wanted to. Space is already there. Come in, press this button, gate comes down. Pop this one as well, it's already down. So now as you can see, we can load pretty much from here to the back. Now, let's just say it's a beautiful day and you really want to roll down the windows and let all the air in. You'll see there's two little latches up here. I can pull these, I can take the rear window out, and there's a place in the back of this to store. You see right here, they slide in and store. So a lot of flexibility in the vehicle. If you want to use it all tight, sealed up, you can. But if you open up that mid-gate and get a lot of space in here, you can do that as well. Well, if what you're really looking for is an old bang run pickup truck, you're probably not going to find that here. This is a very nice luxury vehicle with all the latest technology in it. And I really, you sit down, you cannot miss the array of glass here in front of me. Got an 11-inch gauge cluster, 17.7-inch infotainment screen. It's pretty easy to access everything. It's all swipe screen. Easy buttons for navigation, audio functions. You can have them both. You can have, so you can configure this in many different ways, but very easy to use, and it looks really nice too. Down below, you've got your controls for your automatic climate control, dual zone here, plus you've got the vents in the back. Heated ventilated seats here in the front, heated seats in the rear, nice heated leather wrapped steering wheel. And you've also got some manual controls for climate down below with the big knobs. So I like all that. The volume knob I do like. I wish there was a tuning knob so you didn't have to tap or swipe screen. I think all cars should have two knobs. But overall looks nice. With the RST package, I really like some of the design details. Seats, super comfortable. I love the red piping on them and the blue stitching. Same here on the console. You got the multicolors with the Silverado first edition badge. And then little red accents again. It's the RT, it's a sportier package. You expect that. Stitching here on the dash. I like the texture of the rubberized material here on the dash as well. And of course, a nice big thick leather wrapped steering wheel with red stitching and the RST logo. So I think it looks really good, looks really sporty. It connects it to other higher end Chevrolet products. Console, wireless phone connections, just pop it in there. Big cup holders, lots of storage. On the safety front, this has a heads-up display, really big. Looks like everything's hovering out over the hood. Speed right now, navigation instructions, and also the adaptive cruise control status goes out there. And this does have a lot more safety gear too. Automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, rear cross path detection, blind spot, all of that on it. But this vehicle also has the hands-off Super Cruise system. So when you're on the interstate on approved roads, you hit the cruise control. It will confirm that you're on a road where you can drive in Super Cruise. You press the steering wheel button, lift off, and relax. There is a little sensor here watching the driver, watching the roads. So you can't go read a book or take a nap in the back seat. It's not going to allow that to happen. But you can relax. You can have a Coke. You can just watch down the road and make sure everything's going well. It should automatically change lanes, but if you want to do it, you can also press the turn signal. It will use the blind spot indicators, make sure it's safe to do so, and change lanes, and then you change this back. So it gets it's a little confusing at first, seems a little weird at first, but pretty comforting after a few minutes on the highway. So if you're looking for an old school truck with lots of performance and lots of capability, and you live in somewhere where you can roam far, this truck can do that. 440 miles range is really good. It charges pretty quickly. So on a DC fast charger, you can add 100 miles every 10 minutes. If you're doing this on a home charger, 240 volt, you're looking more like 8 to 10 hours. So an easy overnight, you come home from work, park it in the garage. But again, with 440 miles range, you're not going to have to charge it very often. And if you're on a trip with it and you can buy a DC fast charger, half hour, 40 minutes, you get this truck fully recharged and back on the road. So you can drive 800 miles and only stop for about 35, 40 minutes in the middle of all that. That's really impressive. So I don't think you're worried about that. And even in California where people have EVs, that has incredible range unless you're driving like a Lucid or something like that. So I really like the combination of being able to tow, although, again, estimates are you're probably going to lose about half of your range if you're putting a big trailer onto it, but you still have 200 miles. So you, here in Indiana, in other states where you're going to drive to a campground on the weekend, drive an hour or two from home, you can do that in this truck, get it charged, get it back home easy. But overall, it's really been a nice truck. I thought when I first saw it, I first showed up, I thought it's just going to be huge. It's going to be menacing to drive. It's absolutely not at all. It drives like a mid-sized vehicle and has been very nice. Well, no matter where you live, you're probably going to think this truck is a little bit expensive, no matter how good it is. So the base price for the Silverado EV is about $58,000. That's just for a basic work truck. This one though, RST, everything on it, glass roof and all, $96,710. So kind of Cadillac Escalade money for what this is. But I think given all that it has, it's very competitive, and I think if you can afford it, I think you really like it. Well, next week, another fun car. Till then, storm forward.